Imagine stepping out into a blazing 120-degree Fahrenheit summer afternoon, the sun beating down like a hammer, the air shimmering with heat. Most people would dash indoors to the hum of air conditioning, relying on machines to survive the sweltering day. But in an Amish community, where electricity and modern cooling systems are absent, homes remain surprisingly comfortable, often 30 to 40 degrees cooler than the scorching outdoors, without a single fan running. The secret begins with the way their homes are built. Amish houses are planned with the sun in mind, placed where natural shade can do most of the work. Large, leafy trees surround the property, and their porches are wide and deep, blocking the harshest rays before they ever touch the walls. In some communities, entire homes are oriented so that the longest sides face north and south, allowing the smallest sections to take the brunt of the morning and evening sun. It's a level of natural engineering that modern builders rarely consider, but to the Amish, it's as normal as breathing. Step inside, and the difference is immediate. Thick wooden walls, often packed with natural insulation like sawdust or straw, slow the transfer of heat to a crawl. The floors are wood or stone, cool to the touch, and they absorb the chill of the night, radiating it back slowly as the day heats up. Even the roof plays a role, steep and vented, with small cupolas or vents at the peak. It lets hot air escape naturally like a chimney. There's no electricity, no mechanical system, just an intelligent use of physics that most of us have forgotten. But structure is only half the story. Amish families live by daily rhythms that work with the sun, not against it. Before dawn, windows are opened wide to pull in the crisp night air, flushing out any lingering heat from the previous day. By sunrise, the home is sealed tight, shutters closed, and handmade quilts or shades block every beam of direct light. Through the hottest hours, the house sits in silent, insulated darkness, preserving the coolness earned overnight. By the time the sun starts to drop and the outside world feels like an oven, the Amish step into their homes and feel a quiet relief, like entering a cave untouched by the day's fury. What seems like magic to outsiders is, for the Amish, simply living in tune with the land. They don't fight nature, they cooperate with it. They've learned to store coolness like a treasure and spend it slowly throughout the day. And this is only the beginning. In the next part, we'll explore how Amish daily routines, home habits, and outdoor designs create an environment that stays livable while the modern world sweats and pays for comfort. How Amish homes breathe without machines. Once you understand the structure of an Amish home, the next secret to surviving 120-degree Fahrenheit summers lies in how these homes breathe naturally. Without fans or air conditioning, airflow is everything. Amish builders treat air as a silent river, directing it through their homes in ways that carry heat away while drawing in coolness. Step into one of their homes during a blistering heat wave, and you'll feel a soft, continuous movement of air that seems almost magical, yet it's all carefully planned and entirely natural. The homes are built with strategic window alignment so that every room can access cross breezes. Windows on the shaded side of the house are opened first, inviting in the cooler air, while those on the sun-facing side are opened only slightly to create a pressure difference that pulls the heat out like a chimney. Some homes even have small ceiling or attic vents that allow hot air to rise and escape all day, ensuring it never lingers long enough to make rooms uncomfortable. At night, the Amish perform what they call a house flush. As soon as the sun disappears and the outside temperature drops, every window and door is thrown open. Cool night air rushes in, sweeping away the day's trapped warmth and recharging the house with a deep, refreshing chill that will last well into the next day. By sunrise, before the heat returns, windows are shut tight and shaded again, trapping that stored night coolness inside like a hidden treasure. Even the surrounding landscape is part of this system. Amish families carefully plant shade trees, grapevines, and tall crops in positions that guide breezes toward their windows. On the hottest days, they'll wet down porches, garden paths, or even the dirt around the home in the evening, so that as air moves across the damp earth, evaporation cools the breeze before it enters the house. Thick rugs are rolled up, heavy bedding is replaced with light linen, and furniture is shifted away from windows to allow air to move unblocked. The home feels simple and open, built for function more than fashion. Even activities are planned around airflow. Amish families might cook, sew, or work in rooms that catch the coolest breeze during peak heat, leaving other rooms almost unused until the evening. It's a quiet choreography of survival, homes designed to exhale heat, families trained to live with the rhythm of air, and habits that make extreme weather seem less like an enemy and more like a predictable visitor. The art of stopping heat before it starts. One of the biggest secrets to keeping an Amish home 30 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit cooler in 120-degree heat isn't just about letting cool air in. It's about never letting heat build up in the first place. The Amish understand that every action inside a house can add warmth, so they've mastered the art of preventing indoor heat before it exists, turning their homes into calm, sun-resistant sanctuaries. The first rule is keeping sunlight out completely during the day. When the morning cool has been captured and windows are shut, Amish families block every point of direct sun. Thick wooden shutters, homemade quilts, and simple dark cloths are placed over sun-facing windows. Unlike thin curtains, these coverings act as true insulation, stopping the sun from heating the air and surfaces inside. By mid-afternoon, when the outside world feels like an oven, their living rooms remain dim, still, and comfortably cool. The second rule is moving heat-producing chores outdoors. Cooking, baking, canning, and even doing laundry can create tremendous indoor heat. During summer, Amish families shift these activities to summer kitchens or outdoor spaces, often in a small shed or covered porch detached from the house. By doing this, the main home avoids the spike of 10 to 15 degrees Fahrenheit that stoves and boiling water can create. Meals are simple and often prepared early in the morning or late in the evening, ensuring that indoor spaces remain untouched by unnecessary heat. The third secret is eliminating heat-trapping clutter. Heavy rugs, thick bedding, and large upholstered furniture hold onto heat long after the sun sets. In summer, these items are rolled up, stored away, and replaced with bare wooden floors and light linens. Even furniture is rearranged to create open pathways for airflow, turning the home into a breathable, living space rather than a heat trap. Another subtle trick the Amish use is passive cooling through water. While they may not rely on fans or AC, they understand evaporation well. Some families keep basins, clay crocks, or buckets of cool water in shaded rooms. As the water slowly evaporates, it lowers the surrounding temperature by a few degrees. In extremely dry heat, they might even drape slightly damp cloths near open windows, letting the breeze create a natural, whispering air conditioner. Finally, Amish families coordinate their daily rhythm with the sun. The hottest part of the day becomes a time of stillness and conservation. Children play quietly in shaded rooms, chores slow down, and no one stirs up heat by overusing lamps, cooking, or moving in and out unnecessarily. The result is a home that feels like a refuge, storing the night's coolness all the way until evening when windows can be opened again to start the cycle fresh. While most people spend money fighting heat with machines, the Amish avoid it entirely by preventing heat from entering their homes in the first place. It's a lesson in patience, planning, and respect for natural cycles, one that makes their summers livable without a single electric fan. How Amish outdoor design cools the indoors. One of the most overlooked reasons Amish homes stay 30 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit cooler in blistering 120-degree heat is how the land outside the house is designed to control the climate inside. To the Amish, a home doesn't end at its walls. The entire homestead works as a living cooling system, guiding shade, airflow, and natural moisture toward the family's comfort. The first element of this outdoor strategy is strategic tree planting. Amish families often plant tall, leafy trees along the sunniest sides of the house, especially the west and south, to block the most intense afternoon heat. These trees act like giant umbrellas, shading not just the walls, but also the surrounding ground, which otherwise would radiate heat back toward the home. Even in peak summer, the shaded soil around an Amish home can be 20 degrees Fahrenheit cooler than bare ground, helping maintain lower indoor temperatures. The second outdoor secret is grapevines and climbing plants. Many Amish homes feature trellises, arbors, or porch coverings laced with grapevines, beans, or morning glories. These living walls are more than decoration. They block sunlight while releasing moisture into the air through evapotranspiration, creating a soft, natural coolness that flows into open windows and porches. Unlike solid walls or fences, these plants filter heat without trapping it, turning every breeze into a gentle relief. Water is another key player in Amish cooling design. Wells, rain barrels, and small ponds are often placed strategically near windows or shaded garden areas. In the evening, the surrounding soil is lightly watered, and as the water evaporates, it cools the nearby air. This moisture-rich air drifts into the home during night flushing, creating a natural evaporative cooling system that works without a single moving part. Even the orientation of barns and outbuildings contributes to cooling. Amish families often position barns, sheds, or fences to block hot, dry winds from the west, while funneling cooler breezes from shaded directions into the home. The layout of their homestead isn't random. It's like a carefully choreographed dance with the sun and wind, making the air that reaches the house already cooler than the air over open land. Porches and breezeways are the final outdoor buffer. Wide, shaded porches absorb the sun's punishment so the main walls never do. Breezeways, open hallways between structures, act as wind channels, accelerating airflow that sweeps heat away from living spaces. On the hottest days, the family spends hours on these shaded outdoor spaces, keeping the house closed and cool for when the heat is unbearable. By the time you step into an Amish home, much of the cooling work has already been done outside the walls. The combination of shade, moisture, airflow, and thoughtful layout turns their property into a passive air conditioning system, a system that doesn't cost a penny and never breaks down. Living by the sun, the Amish daily rhythm that keeps homes cool. The Amish secret to surviving 120-degree Fahrenheit summers without air conditioning is not just in home design or landscaping, it's also in how they live their day. Modern life fights heat with machines, but the Amish beat heat with timing, discipline, and harmony with the sun. This rhythm is a crucial part of why their homes stay up to 40 degrees Fahrenheit cooler than the scorching outdoors. The day starts before sunrise. As soon as the night air is at its coldest, Amish families open every window, door, and vent, allowing a deep flush of cool air to sweep through the house. The wooden floors and stone surfaces absorb that night chill, storing it like a natural battery. This is the only time of day the house is fully open and everyone moves quietly, letting the home drink in the cold before the sun climbs. By the time the first rays hit the roof, the windows are closed, Shutters are pulled tight, and the home is sealed like a cool vault. Through the hottest hours of the day, life slows down. The Amish avoid activities that generate heat inside the house. As evening comes, the routine reverses. Doors and windows are opened wide again to release the day's heat and invite in the night breeze. In some homes, families sprinkle water on porches or bare earth around the house, using evaporation to supercharge cooling as the wind drifts inside. By midnight, the cycle is complete. The home has reset itself, ready to face another brutal day without ever needing a single watt of electricity. This strict daily rhythm is more than just habit. It's a partnership with nature. While the modern world traps itself in sealed boxes and pays for relief with high electric bills, the Amish live in sync with the land and sky, letting time and routine keep them cool. The Amish philosophy of beating heat without electricity. After seeing how Amish homes stay naturally cool in 120-degree Fahrenheit summers, dropping indoor temperatures by as much as 40 degrees Fahrenheit, the final secret isn't a single hack or clever design. It's an entire way of life. What makes the Amish approach so effective is that their home, land, and daily routine all work together in harmony with nature, creating a cooling system that costs nothing, never breaks, and has worked for generations. At its core, the Amish way is about prevention, not reaction. Modern homes wait for heat to become unbearable, then fight it with machines that guzzle energy. The Amish, instead, build and live to avoid heat in the first place. Their homes are shaded by trees and porches, sealed tightly during the day, and ventilated deeply at night. Another pillar of their success is complete synchronization with natural rhythms. They rise before the sun to capture the night's coolness and close their homes to trap it like a treasure. Their lives slow down in the peak heat, and evenings are dedicated to resetting the home with breezes and quiet airflow. By respecting the sun's cycle rather than resisting it, the Amish turn extreme weather into a predictable pattern rather than a daily crisis. Their outdoor environment is just as much a cooling tool as the home itself. Trees, vines, ponds, and gardens create layers of shade and natural evaporation that lower the temperature of incoming air. Barns, fences, and breezeways are placed to block hot winds while guiding cooler air into the house. It's a passive cooling ecosystem where every element of the property works toward comfort. But beyond technique, there's a mindset lesson here. Amish cooling isn't about gadgets or instant gratification. It's about planning, patience, and stewardship. They don't expect perfect comfort at all times. They accept the rhythms of heat and adjust their behavior to thrive within it. That humility and discipline create a kind of freedom, no dependency on the grid, no fear of power outages, and no crushing energy bills in summer. For modern families, the takeaway is powerful. Even without living entirely off-grid, you can borrow Amish wisdom. Shade your home, ventilate at night, seal during the day, avoid indoor heat sources, and use your surroundings as allies. By making small lifestyle shifts, you can cut energy costs, stay cooler naturally, and reconnect with the pace of the world outside your walls. The Amish prove that extreme heat doesn't have to control your life. When your home, habits, and land work together, you can beat 120-degree summers without a single fan or air conditioner, just nature, knowledge, and a way of life that has stood the test of time.